Hello, happy Wednesday. I hope wherever you are that you and your loved ones are safe and well and that you're having a good week and a good day. I know I'm throwing myself off by doing it a day early. I will explain why in a couple of minutes. I'm going to get right into it. This week has been a very good week so far. Today is my birthday, which is why I am filming on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday. And you're probably thinking, why? I am not a person that's like, hey everybody, it's my birthday. I haven't been probably in 40 years. Today's my 48th birthday, but I wanted to film and talk about gratitude because I have a lot of it. When I was diagnosed at the beginning of this odyssey back in 1998, I had just turned 25 and I was walking around in my head thinking, this is my moment. I'm going to do whatever I want. I'm going to be a nurse. I'm already a nurse. I'm married the love of my life. My life is going to be like. And in that respect, it has been, obviously. Medically, not so much. But back when I was 25, youth, I thought a lot of things. And when everything happened, I kept imagining that I wouldn't get to 26 in one piece. Like what was going to happen and things were going to fall apart. Obviously, that did not happen. The wheels came off many, many times. But then I think I'm sitting here today, 23 years later, and I'm doing okay. And for that, I am very grateful. I have been thinking a lot about, I have this idea about everybody carrying a backpack. Everybody. I don't care who you are, whether you're a person, whether you're an animal, whether you're, any kind of being, each of us carries a life backpack. And in that life backpack, we carry a lot of rocks. And some days our backpacks are heavier than others. Some days we can relieve the burden a little bit. No one's burden is any heavier than anybody else's because we all perceive our burdens differently, our pain differently. And my life backpack, there are years when it's been much, much heavier and it felt like I was carrying boulders and not rocks. But this year, being home and really being forced to sit with myself and examine, my own stuff, my own rocks. I feel very grateful. Are things hard? Of course. Who doesn't have hard things? We all do hard things. We all deal with hard things, no matter how old we are or young we are or whatever. My backpack, it's been, I don't know, a little bit freeing this year in a way, as much as I complain through the blogs and the videos. It's been freeing because I feel like I don't know, being forced to sit with yourself and really think about, not being able to run around and, go to school and do the shows and just being able to sit for a minute times, 18 months. It's actually been very good for me. And aside from weight loss and everything, which I have, and I'm very happy about that. But I wish I had been filming for all these months because if I had started filming in July instead of, 3 or 4 months ago, then I could have a year-to-year comparison. I've only been blogging weekly, steadily for the last few years, or I don't know how many years, I have to look back. But I started the blog, the channel, the page, I think almost 10 years ago, but I wasn't really doing anything with it. And then, my husband kept saying, you really need to write these things down. And I was so glad when I actually started to listen and do that, because now I can look back. My memory is garbage now. For some things. For other things, I have solid pictures in my head and I can recall things. But medically, I think I block a lot out. Denial is very good to me. Once it's done, I shut it out because it's trauma. It's hard. And, when you live with a chronic anything, as many of you know, anything, we all have chronic somethings, especially chronic pain or things that you are forced to deal with on a daily basis. For me, it was easier just to, get over it, get past it, get to the next thing, get over it, get past it, get to the next thing, because I knew there were going to be next things. It was like a given. But this year, not having the distraction of running around, I think it's been very good for me because it's forced me to be a little more introspective than I might have been in the past. I don't know. And starting the videos, it's been very good for me. I think it's almost been like therapy in a way. I stopped therapy at some point a year or two ago, maybe 2 years ago, because of my schedule. It was too hard to take a break and go to the office and everything. I love my therapist. I thought she was amazing. And every now and again, I'll text her just to say, I hope you're well. But even getting to therapy was traumatic because it was like, I had bad experiences and I was like, forget it, screw therapy. But getting back to it was actually very good for me because, my current doctor was like, actually, no, it was my old doctor. He said, you have to talk to someone. And I ignored that. And then my current doctor said to me, you need to download everything on somebody that has no stake in the game besides you and is not emotionally involved. And obviously telling your family is, vital and integral to it, but there has to be somebody outside of it. And he was right. And everybody that said that to me was right. I just had to find the right therapist. But in any event, these have been very therapeutic for me. And for everybody that's out there, thank you. Everybody that reads my posts, I thank you. I'm sitting here, I'm 48, I'm in one piece. My pieces are all jagged and broken, but aren't we all broken? We're all broken. And we get where we are in our brokenness by picking up the pieces, shoving them back together, and keep walking. And I believe that. And this morning I got up and I had some lovely messages from friends here in the States and around the world, and it was just so nice because it was like just very, very sweet. And I think about the groups that I'm a part of and the group that I'm an admin of and all of the wonderful people in the RSD community who have given me so much. If I've given any of you a fraction of what you have given me, I am so happy about that because when I was diagnosed in 2003, it was a lonely road. And I've said that many, many times, but I can't convey that enough. It was like no one had heard of it. There was no specialist. And to know that people now getting diagnosed, or people that were diagnosed when I was, or before I was, that we can all come together and support one another, I can't convey that enough. And if you've ever had an illness or a need of a support group for whatever your reason is, you can relate to that. And it was a good experience. You can relate to the gratitude involved for not shouldering it alone. And even if we just talk about silly things, it's still sharing a burden. So thank you. I'm so grateful for my doctors. I'm saying a lot. Last week it was, we'll see what happens, and waving my hands. I feel like I wave my hands around a lot. I'm sorry about that. But I'm so grateful that my doctors of the last decade listened to me and didn't look at me when I couldn't describe things exactly, clinically, that they listened and they didn't get annoyed, or not outwardly anyway. And I know that I'm not a good patient. I'm not the best patient, and I'm not like a fighting patient. I just don't sign up for every single procedure or medication they want to give me, which I think is a good thing. But I'm so grateful. And my family and my friends, it takes a village to do pretty much everything. And my village has been extraordinary to me. And especially my husband and my daughter. And, like I said, I think last week, being home is very comfortable for us. We haven't had a hard time in that respect being home together because we enjoy being home together. And I feel like we've spent more time this year. I appreciate them so much more than I already appreciated them because they're extraordinary people. And so I'm sitting here on my 48th birthday feeling very, very lucky and very happy. And I'm seeing my doctor on Friday, and I have to tell him about you know, the part of my back that's still like locked up and burning when I move at all. And my left knee is unstable again. And, but I feel lucky and I feel very happy. And my life backpack of rocks doesn't feel very heavy right now. And every single one of us, you know, anytime you can take one of those rocks out, leave it on the side of the road and keep going, do that, you know, even if it means that, you know, you have to sit a little bit longer before you put the backpack back on, do that. And if we can do that for each other, that's a good thing. And so I've been trying to unload toxic things, or in some cases toxic people, because that rock is just too heavy to carry, and I can't do that. And so I encourage you to do the same thing. I had a weird thing, I don't know if you guys can see that, my ring finger on my left hand, it got really, really like skinny and kind of less, it's hard to see it from this angle, but like my wedding ring kept almost flying off. And so I felt bad, but I asked my husband, I was like, is it weird if I transfer my ring? And so he transferred it for me, and which I am very happy about. But the difference is this hand is always perpetually swollen, and so I think it's going to be there for a while, which is fine. But I keep having these moments of, where's my ring? Or the other day, yesterday, we were taking a walk, and I had to throw something out on like one of the street corner garbages, and I threw it out, but I got to look at my hand, and I was like, and it like for a minute. So anyway, that was kind of weird, but it's on there pretty tight, so that's okay as long as I have it, because I do not like taking my rings off. Anyway, weird anecdote that I'm giving you. I'm seeing my doctor on Friday. We're going to make a plan about the injections, if there's going to be injections, which I think there probably will be, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And so I guess we'll see what happens. In any case, I'm going to leave it there. I'm so grateful for all of you. Everybody that reads the words that I write, everybody that hears these videos, I'm so grateful. You mean so much to me. And we've made it for another year, and I just feel like the difference between 25 and 48 is enormous, in general. But the difference between my 25 and my 48 feels like 22 lifetimes, or 23 lifetimes, I should say. But I'm sitting here today, and I could take a deep breath, and even the broken pieces, I'm so grateful. And so I thank you. So wherever you are, I hope you have a low pain, no pain, low aggravation, no aggravation kind of a day and kind of a week, especially today. I hope that happens for you, because you deserve it. We all deserve it, right? Take a rock out of your life backpack and enjoy whatever's around you. I hope there are good things around you. And I will see you Friday via the blog, and next Thursday for another video. Be well.